born in old St. Louis. By the age of 4, Dad knew he was the best little crack shot the West had ever seen. By the time he reached pubescence, he could outshoot all the adolescents west of Durango and north of Abilene. Farkas, Freddy Farkas, famous gunslinging deputy. Freddy Farkas, Freddy Farkas, frontier hero to be. Then one day young Freddy Farkas stared at eyes as black and dark as night, the eyes of an outlaw well known throughout the West. Oh, the tough kid's name was Kenny, and he outdrew Freddy Farkas when he shot Freddy's ear off to prove who was the best. Now our hero Freddy Farkas, with wounded pride and earless carcass, bowed to the heavens to give up gunnery. He'd be better off, he reckoned, with a lifelong dream that always beckoned pencils, not pistols, and pharmacology. Farkas, Freddy Farkas, highest score on his SAT. Freddy Farkas, Freddy Farkas, 5-year college degree. After Fred matriculated, got his PhD and graduated, moved out to Quartz Gold and bought a pharmacy. Now he's a real prescription writer, and they don't know he's an ex-gunfighter. Locked up his memories, repressed them totally. But his peaceful new survival soon was shot to hell upon arrival of Quartz Gold schoolmarm, the sweet Penelope. She has captured Fred's affection, but he's scared he'll get a huge rejection. Can't bear to tell her just what he used to be. Farkas, Freddy Farkas, frontier pharmacist bourgeoisie. Freddy Farkas, Freddy Farkas, peerless, earless, and free.
Freddy Farkas? You was asking about Freddy Farkas? The man what saved Quartz Gold, only nobody knowed it was him? Why, just hop up here on old Whittlin Willy's lap, and I'll tell you all about it. Ow, consarn it, a bit more to the right. That's got it. Sit right there. Oh, no, thank you. Now, if I remembers this right, it's been quite a few years. My brain's getting a mite rusty. Oh, that's right. It all started when Freddy went to open up the pharmacy one day, way back in the spring of 1888, as I recall.
One of the few remaining townspeople wanders around trying to find a decent opera house that's still open. You've always assumed the Golden Balls Saloon must once have been a pawn shop. Sam Andreas owns and runs the Golden Balls Saloon. He's smart, savvy, and generous to a fault.
Hey, buddy boy, this isn't that kind of a bar.
Well, if it ain't Sam Andreas, the bartender's bartender.
If it's not, I'm having a severe identity crisis.
How the heck are you?
Tolerably well. Yourself?
Can't complain. Pharmacy business seems to be pretty good lately.
Well, the pharmacy business has always been a little too interesting for me to hear about, so, don't be a stranger.
Say, Sam, I think I'll take an Ovaltine.
In a cracked glass?
Yes, with a hair in it, too.
And the usual lipstick smear on the glass?
Yep, and a ring of dried soap around the inside lip.
On a coaster?
No, I like leaving rings on your bar.
Rocks with that?
No, but some ice cubes would be nice.
Oh, we're out of ice cubes.
Then I'll take it straight.
Out of Ovaltine, too.
Oh, well, okay. I'll check back later.
Feel free.
It's Neville Shute, the piano player. He's doing the best he can. Don't throttle him. He's doing the best he can.
Play it, Neville.
Neville, in order not to lose track of the piece he's playing, says nothing. However, he raises his eyebrows as if to say, "Certainly, sir, I'll be happy to play whatever selection you'd care to hear. And what's more, I'll make this old piano sound like a whole orchestra." It's old Doc Dizzy Gillespie. He's been drinking again. Must be office hours.
Doc! Hey, Doc!
Huh? What's that?
Are you drunk again?
Me? Drunk? Never. I'm as sober as the day I was plowed off my ass. I mean, the day I was born.
Three mean-looking hombres sit up close to the stage. Upon closer examination, you see that they're drinking wine spritzers. Maybe they're not so mean after all.
Welcome to Quartz Gold, strangers. I haven't seen you around these parts before. You new in town?
You hear the unmistakable sound of grinding and cracking teeth. You hear the splitting, tearing sound of six severely chapped lips curling up in ugly sneers. You hear the pop of knuckles as three trigger fingers flex in readiness. You decide your friendly, offhand comments have been misinterpreted. There's an ice pick stuck into a barrel here. Score! You pull the ice pick out of the barrel and gingerly place it in your pocket. Just don't bend over suddenly or you'll circumcise yourself. Of course, that won't be any skin off your nose. Score! You surreptitiously swipe the elixir, looking around to see if anybody's watching. Fortunately, nobody is. A squeaky old sheep weather vane turns gently on top of Reverend Hallelujah's house. Perhaps he's trying to get people to join his flock. You can't reach that sheep weather vane. It's way up on Hallelujah's roof. This is the Reverend Cy Hallelujah's church. Nobody's going in or out. What with everyone leaving town, the Reverend seems to have lost his following. Yep, he's been deflocked. You would never dream of stealing a candle from a church, but they wouldn't miss one of those puddles of candle wax. There seems to be something in the lock. You wisely reconsider your idea of pushing on the stained glass to see if it's still in good shape. Score! You take the key to the church. One of Hyman Untertaker's coffins is lying in disrepair off near Reboot Hill. It looks like a cedar model number 7. Eternal slumber and no moths. This window looks in on the kitchen of Mom's Cafe. Mom wants it open, and you don't want to cross Mom. It's Barbara Mandrill and the Bobettes, stars of stage, screen, and barnyard. Mom's Cafe must have good food. It's where all the stagecoaches stop. Helen Back, proprietor of Mom's Cafe, is better known as Mom.
If she was my mom, I'd run away from home.
It's Hopalong Singh, Helen's faithful cook from the Far East. He used to work as a professional chef for a chain of Ponderosa restaurants.
Well, I never.
Maybe that's why she's so tense and irritable all the time. Morning, Helen.
Freddy Farkas, since when are we on a first-name basis? Only my closest friends may call me Helen. You and I are acquaintances, nothing more. Therefore, you should address me as Mom.
Land's sake, I'm sorry, Mom?
That's better. Now, what you want?
Well, when I remember, I'll let you know.
Honestly, some people.
P&W corn. Firm, crisp kernels that look as good coming out as they do going in. It's an old empty can of P&W beans. The firm, crisp beans that smell as savory on the way out as they do on the way in.
Hey, Mom, would you mind if I took this empty can?
If you must, I suppose there's more where that came from. In fact, I insist you take it. Get it out of here. I'm sick of the sight of it. Score!
The door to the hotel is locked. The hotel was shut down unexpectedly. This put a total of 2 desk clerks and 5 working girls out of jobs. Fortunately, there weren't any maids, or they'd have been fired too. Everybody in town knows Trixie the accommodating sheep. She used to belong to a bachelor farmer, but he died of some strange disease. The door swings open. From the back, you hear Chester's voice.
Help yourself. I'll be right out.
It's Whittlin Willy. He's been here ever since you got to Quartz Gold, and he hasn't aged a day. He's always been about 140 years old. He spins a mean yarn, and somehow he always seems to know what people did, even when he wasn't in the room.
Don't be jostling my arms, son. You'll mess up my whittling.
Hiya, Whittlin, Willy. How's the whittling going?
Hiya, sonny. Just splendidly, thanks. I'm working on an old dead beach whale. It's going to be my best work to date.
Will it be for sale?
Will it be for sale? No, it ain't going to be for sale. I'm an artiste, dagnabbit. Besides, if I hang on to it for a while, maybe it'll be worth a bundle someday. Now scram.
You take a complimentary paper bag. The sign proclaims this as the post office. The sign says O'Hanahan's Barber Shop. It's Dominic, one of your part-time Native American employees. He works under the professional name Runnin' Gag. The union told you that you had to have a cigar store-style Indian out in front when you opened your pharmacy. But since there were lots of out-of-work real Indians in the neighborhood, you decided it would be politically correct to hire them.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Freddy.
What's new?
Let's see. I finished reading A Century of Dishonor last night. Quite impressive. That Helen Hunt Jackson really knows how to evoke an image of the white man's treachery. Do you know how many treaties your people have signed and then broken in the past 20 years alone?
Excuse me, I heard someone calling me or something.
The sign says PP's Playhouse, or it used to anyway. Now it looks more like PP's Dlayhouse. The sign says Tall and Thin Shop, and hey, it's right. That's just about the tallest and thinnest shop. Someone with a higher IQ than most of the folks in town correctly painted sheriff here. The sign says Farkas Pharmacy. This must be the place. The pharmacy door is locked. This ain't Mayberry, partner. That's the wrong key for this door. Once Lucky was as coordinated as any other mongrel, but that was before he had that run-in with the owl at the west end of town. Now he hates the owl as much as the rest of us. You unlock the door. Ta-da! 500 points. You're halfway through the game. It's the back counter where you, Freddy Farkas, frontier pharmacist extraordinaire, dispense your wares. This door leads to your back office, laboratory, and the stairs to the second floor. It's the back counter where you, Freddy Farkas, frontier pharmacist extraordinaire, dispense your wares. There's nothing there to be taken. You keep your business tidy, which is easy to do when there ain't much business.
Frederick!
Why, Miss Prim, you sure are looking purty today.
Now, Frederick, you may call me Penelope if you please. After all, I think we're to that point in our relationship.
She must be talking about the hayride you both went on last month, or the square dance you both went to last week, or the cow tipping expedition you both went on last night.
Well then, to what do I owe the pleasure of your company this fine morning?
Oh, this isn't a social call, I'm afraid. I have this rather important prescription Doc Gillespie gave me. I was hoping you could fill it as soon as possible.
My pleasure, Penelope.